Hello! So it's been ages, I've been gone for a long time, and you were probably wondering if I was even alive. Well, I am alive, but what I can say is that things have been a little bit difficult. I've been very busy, and health-wise, also like I said in the previous video, it's been a bit of a struggle. So since the last video, I've been through various medical exams, and also an upcoming medical exam for a new symptom that I'm experiencing. So so there is stuff to tell, and I will get into that in a little bit. In the meantime, if you are interested in getting more MS related content, please remember to hit the subscribe button below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Right, so since there are many things that are going to be mentioned, I'm going to divide it in sections as I like to do. So the first one will be, the results of my MRI. Here we go. So my MRI was the first MRI I had since June 2020, like in the middle of the pandemic, as you remember. So a lot of things have happened, lifestyle has changed a lot, and well, because of these lifestyle changes, I guess mainly, I was honestly a little bit freaked out because I felt like my body was not the same anymore, and I experienced various new symptoms, which had me thinking that maybe it was a new attack. However, the MRI showed no new lesions whatsoever. Old lesions stayed same size, so no progression, no visible progression as such at the very least, which is wonderful news. It's a sign that my medication, Ocrevus, is working. It's working its magic, and so I'm supposed to stay calm. But now, you know me. You know that I like to look at the details, pay attention to my body, and try to understand what is going on with my body. So the next part of this video is going to be discussing what my body is like nowadays. Right, so as I said, despite the fact that there are no new lesions, I did mention the pandemic and the lifestyle changes and having noticed new things in my body. These things are starting with the old symptoms that are, I feel, sort of becoming more acute. The main one would be my difficulty walking. So my ability to walk, I feel like, has decreased at an alarming rate since the last MRI 2 years ago. And of course, I have stopped walking. I used to walk to work. No, I don't anymore because I work from home. And little things like that have obviously affected my physical abilities. But anyway, besides that I feel has worsened, I also feel like there are new things happening in my body. One of them being a rather harmless symptom, but it is a sensation of heat, of like burning in my left shin that comes and goes. And I have noticed times that it was more frequent than others. And there is no direct cause that I can, detect for these hot flashes that I get in my shin. But in any case, it's like it doesn't disturb me too much, but it is something that grabs my attention when it happens, and my attention is directed entirely towards that burning sensation. And I must say, I don't like the feeling. But now knowing that there hasn't been a new attack, at least I can rest assured that it's not a new attack. Another symptom that I have that started as something which could be understood as carpal tunnel syndrome. I mentioned it to my neurologist, and she said immediately that it sounded more like carpal tunnel syndrome, which was, I don't know, maybe I sleep with my left hand like this, and this would in turn, dull the messages sent to my fingers, which gives me a sensation of my fingers being asleep, tingling, almost to the point of being painful to the touch. But after repositioning the hand, the sensation would come back. So my neurologist said that sounded a lot like carpal tunnel syndrome, which I'm going to be tested for in August. However, this thing at night has stopped happening, but the symptom is now something more constant, and I would say that it happens at more random times, such as when I'm eating at the table, when I'm just sitting there cutting my vegetables or whatever. All of a sudden, my left hand will sort of go slightly numb, and I'll feel a sensation of warmth in my left forearm, which isn't painful as such, but it is something that is slightly uncomfortable to feel, and it does make me feel like I'm losing control of my left hand. So I don't know what that is about. I guess I will keep you guys updated in August after I've done this muscular test. The last topic that I wanted to mention was that I've just had my infusion. And, well, obviously, you probably haven't been keeping track of when my last infusion was, but my last infusion was in September, and it is now June. So 9 months have passed, and Ocrevus has to be given every 6 months. However, I was granted the benefit, the honor of only taking it 3 months later, because my blood test showed that my lymphocytes were still being kept low by the medication. So they were still at 0 at the time of having to take the next infusion. So my doctor decided that it would be safe to delay the infusion. And I read up on this because obviously I got a little bit nervous. And apparently during the pandemic, many patients had to lengthen the time between treatments, and no significant additional progression was observed in these patients. So it seems to be perfectly safe to delay the infusion. So from now on, I will probably be taking the infusion at longer intervals than expected, which is good. I'm very happy about that, and seems like my body is responding well to the treatment, so I can be calm about that and not stress out too much about it. So that being said, that's it for me today. All is more or less well. I mean, I don't know, as a general evaluation of what I'm like at the moment, I think I am struggling a little bit more than usual at carrying out daily tasks like showering, at preparing my breakfast, at preparing my lunch. And I did bring it up to my doctor that I was starting to be afraid that I had progressed to secondary progressive MS, to which he responded that, well, if that's the case, the medication that I'm receiving is one of the only medications proven to be effective against this type of multiple sclerosis. So there wasn't much more that I could be doing, and it's just the way it is. So yeah, I don't know how to take it, but in any case, just happy to be well and to be staying positive, because yes, positivity is what drives us forward. So never forget to stay positive, and never forget to smile, and never forget to eat a healthy diet, never forget to exercise. These tiny little things that are ultimately sadly the only thing that you can do to stay well and healthy. So until next time, guys, take care, and I'll be back very, very soon. Bye-bye.